TKP Media Fiend Beauty Inside Vietnam. Hello dear friends, nice to see you again. This is a short video TKP would like to send to you about Hue Imperial City or Hue Ancient Capital of Hue City, Vietnam. Hue Ancient Capital is one of the famous tourist destinations of Vietnam every year, attracting a lot of domestic and foreign tourists. Coming to Da Nang, Hue Tourism. Visitors can not only visit the sites here, but also admire and learn about the cultural and historical architecture along the year. Hue Citadel or Thuan Hoa Citadel is a citadel in the Citadel of Hue. This was the seat of the Nguyen Dynasty's capital for 143 years, from 1802 until the abdication, 1945. In the first part, let's learn about the construction of the Citadel of Hue under the Nguyen Dynasty. Yes, dear viewers of TKP, the beauty inside Vietnam, let's start. After defeating the Thuan Dynasty, in May of the year Nam Tuet 1802, Nguyen chose Phu Duan as the capital, set up an altar to sacrifice to heaven and earth, and set up a court to ascend the throne, naming it Gelong. In 1804, King Gelong changed the country's name to Vietnam. In April of the year 1805, the Nguyen Dynasty started the construction of the citadel. More than 30,000 soldiers and civil servants from Quang Binh to Quai Nam were mobilized to Hue for construction. By 1807, another 80,000 soldiers in Than Nguyen Bac Than were sent to work day and night. Initially, the citadel was covered with earth, and the outside was covered with wood planks. In the 17th year of Gelong 1818, 2 bricks were built on the west and south sides. The 2 sides of the east and the north were built with bricks in 1822. In 1832, during the reign of Minh Mang, the construction was completed, and then it was restored many times. The location of Hue Citadel was originally chosen by the Nguyen lords as the capital of Cochin, China from 1687 to 1775. Then the Thuan Dynasty used it as the capital of the whole country from 1788 to 1801. King Gelong chose this site to build the citadel on a larger scale, located on the land of 8 villages: Phu Duan, Van Duan, Dien Phi, The Lai, and Van, and Hoa, and Bu, and Mai. The citadel was built in the Vauban style, with an almost square shape, an area of 520 hectares, a circumference of over 10,500 meters, citadel system including the Citadel Outer Citadel, the Imperial Citadel, and the Forbidden Citadel Inner Citadel, are located on one axis facing the south-southeast. Built based on the terrain of Ngu Mountain and Perfume River. The main axis of this system runs through the middle of Ngu Binh Mountain. The Imperial Citadel is the most important political and administrative center of the court, built in 1804 and upgraded and completed in 1833. The Imperial Citadel has an area of 36 hectares, has an almost square shape, each edge about 600 meters. In the Imperial Citadel, there are more than 100 beautiful architectural works divided into many different areas, keeping their own functions. The Forbidden City, located in the heart of the Imperial Citadel, is the living area of the king and the royal family. The Forbidden City has an almost square shape with a circumference of 1,200 meters. In the Forbidden City, there are more than 50 large and small architectural works, including many magnificent and splendid palaces. Hue Citadel has great defensive value. Around the body of the citadel there are 24 fortresses, and a sub-citadel is Tran Ben Dai small fish guilds. All these works together with the outer protective ring of Hoth and Ha created a solid defense system The architecture of Hue Citadel is a close intellectual combination between architecture and nature. This is the knowledge and talent of the Vietnamese people in the first half of the 19th century. One. Where is Hue Citadel located? Located on the banks of the romantic Perfume River. Hue Citadel, also known by many as Thuan Hoa Citadel, is an ancient citadel, belonging to the complex of Hue monuments recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage. The relic is located in the center of Hue City. Built with a unique architecture, the surface area of Hue Citadel is 520 hectares. During 143 years from 1802, this was the capital of the Nguyen Dynasty, experiencing 2 centuries with the ravages of time and war. Hue Citadel still retains its original appearance. About Hue Citadel architecture. This place has a nearly square ground. The front is slightly curved like a bow because it has to follow the slight bend of the Perfume River flowing through. The perimeter of the citadel is more than 10 kilometers wide. Built in the style of the ramparts of Vauban, France's military defense technique, with 24 fortresses protruding outside combined with architectural principles of the East, under the skillful application suitable to the actual terrain. Hue Citadel becomes a unique military art architectural work. The architectural features of Hue Citadel are different from many previous ancient capitals. Hue Citadel has 13 gates in all, in which 10 city gates will open to the outside, 1 inner city gate to waterway gates. Southeast Gate Thuan Hoa Gate. The gate of the citadel is located on the east corner of the southeast Kin Than. The arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1829. The Nguyen court established the Thuan Hoa Institute to take care of the king's horses here. The city gate is called Thuan Hoa Gate. The non-door present door. The gate of the citadel is located in the south. To the left of Key Dai of the citadel, the arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1829. The first name was the Nguyen, then King Min Mang changed it to the Nam. Folk people call it the compartment gate, because people are stopped here when the king or concubine goes to Phu Ven Lao, or Luong to his house to cool off and bathe in the river. The door placed for cannons called Ta Dai General. Quang Duc Gate Sap Gate. The gate is located on the south side of the citadel. The name is named after Quang Duc Palace. The arch of the city gate was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1829 during the flood in 1953. Both the arch and the gazebo collapsed completely, so the people called it Sap Gate. The door was restored in 1988. After being heavily damaged by the war in 1968, the door placed 5 cannons called Hu Dai General. Chan Nam Gate Door House. The gate is also located on the south side of the citadel. People often call it Nadu Door because outside the door there is Thong Tai Duja Department, which translates to Nadu. The arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1829. The door collapsed in 1953 due to floods, only to be restored later. Southwest Gate, Hu Gate. The gate is located in the southwest of the citadel. The arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1829. In 1885, King Hemgi went to the war zone outside Quang Tri from this door. During the war, the gate was broken down and was later rebuilt. Main West Gate. The gate is located on the west side of the citadel. On Taifin Street, the arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1829. This was the place of fierce fighting during the war in 1968. So it was heavily damaged. Later, the door was restored. Northwest Gate and Hoa Gate. The gate is located in the northwest corner of the citadel. Connecting Tangbat, Ho, and Nguyen Tri streets, the arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1831. Folks call it an Hoa Gate because in front of the citadel is the village and an Hoa Market. North Gate Back Door. The door is located at the back of the citadel. So it is called the Hue Gate. The arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1831. After the war, the door was heavily damaged and was closed for 120 years. In 2004, the door was opened after repair work. Northeast Gate Tri Gate. The gate is located in the northeast corner of the citadel. Located on the banks of the Dong Ba River, the arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1824 and is one of the two earliest gazebos built. Indigenous people call it Tri Gate because there used to be a Tri village in front of the city gate. Chan Dong Gate Dong Ba Gate. The gate is on the east side. People also call it Dong Ba Gate because there is Dong Hoa Fortress from Geelong period. The arch was built in 1809. The gazebo was built in 1824. In 1885, the war between the French and the Imperial Army led by Thuan That Tuet took place fiercely here. The gate collapsed on the gazebo and damaged the arch. After the war in 1968. Bin Mon Town. This door does not open to the outside, but leads to Tran Bin Fortress, the defensive fortress of the citadel, connecting the two fortresses of Dong Bin and Bac Din together. Western City Water Gate. The estuary leading from the Kvan River to the Ingu Ha River takes on the task of draining the inner city, is the waterway for boats to carry goods to trade. The gate was built in 1826 under the reign of King Min Mang. Dong Than Tu Quan. This is the gate leading water from Ingu Ha to Dong Ba River. The gate was built in 1830 under the reign of King Min Mang. If you ever visit the old capitals of our country, you will surely see many royal relics that have become ruins. This does not happen with the complex of Hue Monuments. After more than 2 centuries of existence, through the wear and tear of time, the destruction of war, the palaces, strongholds, mausoleums are still preserved almost intact. The panorama of Hue Citadel has in itself the beauty of lightness, quietness, but also pomp and magnificence. Built and completed under King Jelong Min Mang, Hue Citadel is a rare relic built in the style of Western military architecture, combined with Eastern architecture based on the idea of Yin and Yang 5, onion. The mausoleums of the Nguyen Dynasty kings adhere to the principles of Feng Shui with rivers, mountains, ponds, and lakes. The layout is divided into 2 sections, mausoleum and mausoleum. In particular, the mausoleum is the place to bury the king's body. The mausoleum is the place to build the attic, the communal house, the palace, while alive. The kings will leave the palace to come here to entertain. Mausoleums of kings and lords were built in a unique and outstanding artistic style. Hue Museum of Royal Antiquities was established in 1923 in the Inner Citadel here. Visitors will have the opportunity to admire a lot of pottery, porcelain, bronze, stone, horn, of historical value on display. The traces of time imprinted on the treasure help you better understand the architecture and art of the feudal period. Hue Citadel with attractive festivals. Hue Royal Festival has a national scale and is organized by the state. Each festival has its own rules, even written into the rules that the royal family and the people of the past had to abide by. The large and small festivals held every year will recreate some of the royal rituals for visitors to experience the real thing. Hue Royal Court Music, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible and oral masterpiece of mankind, is a unique cultural beauty of Hue. This type of music was previously performed only when the king was crowned, died, or at major festivals. Hue Royal Court music is also the only traditional Oriental court music still preserved in Hue. Referring to Hue, people remember the gentle girl in the purple dress, remember the city with a contemplative beauty, deep but simple yet memorable, containing a whole historical period through relics. Ancient contemplation, Hue Royal singing with the perfume river, Engu Mountain, all have created a dreamy Hue ancient capital. The perfume river flows gently and slowly around the citadels, and mausoleums here as if they don't want to leave. All of them have their own beauty, and then blend together as if they were never separate.